Well, welcome to this session. Like Jeff said, I'm going to be talking about how we can make the connected intelligent edge a reality, and also really talking about what more can we do in terms of the future for on-device AI. Now, we should be very proud of what the AI community has been able to really accomplish in the last few years, right? I mean, from really the ability to be able to just do very basic AI to really the amount of AI use cases that we can enable today, the number of devices that are really being enabled with AI, the use cases, the enhancements, and entire product lines that are today being enabled with AI. Really very, very impressive. But really, we're just really scratching the surface at this point in time. So if you think about it, we've given the devices the ability today to be able to, start to sense what's happening around them. I mean, in the past, these devices would basically take in those bits, but did not even have the understanding as to what those bits meant. Well, increasingly, the devices kind of are able to understand what that data means. In time, we need to get to a place where, of course, these devices are able to reason and think, I dare say, and perhaps go beyond that and then be able to take certain actions. Now, some of that is already happening. So we're starting to mimic some of the behavior that we see in nature, right? So if you think about it, if you take an example of a typical organism's brain, right? There are specialized portions, as you can see over here, some that are specialized for touch, some for speech, some for other functions. And if you take a look at our typical products, to a great extent, we've gotten to a very similar distributed sort of an approach, right? In our products, we basically have specialized cores for graphics and rendering, for audio and speech, for video, for AI processing, a fairly similar approach. We can actually extend this comparison further. So if you look at it, from an evolution perspective, of course, the brain has a huge lead. If you look at, for example, a smartphone chip, it's been around for about 12 years in the high-level OS-like context. Not a very long period of time, really. There's very quick and fast evolution. We're able to change things fairly quickly, make enhancements, come out with a new flagship, every year with a lot of enhancements, all the different vectors. But really, a lot of the comparisons just stop at that point in time. The brain is still an amazing machine. It's able to do an amazing amount of learning. Especially for those of us who have young children, to see how the kids learn, it's truly fascinating. Of course, we have that ability in terms of what we can do with AI training. But in terms of, if you think about the ability of a brain to think and reason, in terms of the brain's ability to be able to actually, bring together multimodalities and to be able to make sense of that, and to really be able to continually learn and progress, really sets it apart in a very, very different way compared to what we have today. It also tells us that we have a very long runway in terms of what we should be looking at and what we can do. So my focus today is going to be talking a little bit about what more can we do on the edge.